Welcome to a brand new episode of the PackMentality Pop-Ins Podcast, episode number 111. And as you can see, we are joined by Isaac Trumble. Isaac, thanks for joining us today. Very plain room there. Where are you at today?
I'm in my bedroom.
Nothing fancy at all. Nothing on the walls. Just
I got a dream catcher back there.
Okay.
And got a mini fridge. I don't know if you can see that. Nothing special in there. And then I got a fan by my bed there. And then all my cool stuff's out in the living room. I got Legos. I love Legos, but I got two here that these are two I need to do still. And then I got our ring from this year. Oh, got a ring from this year.
Those are not. Yes, the rings this year are very nice.
Yeah, those are nice. And then got a family picture of us when we were children. Okay. And then, the Nebraska license plate hanging on the wall for some reason.
All right. Well, you're from Nebraska, so that makes sense.
Exactly.
That's great. Who are the roommates this year?
Used to be Dylan Reinhardt and Owen Treffin, but Dylan Reinhardt got a fiance, so now it's Jackson and Owen Treffin.
Okay. How were they on the neatness level? Because you're pretty tidy back over there, it looks like.
Owen's good. Owen's gotten better. And then Jackson's pretty good. But, man, Jackson got hooked on playing guitar. And he had one, and he got another one.
Okay.
He has been playing nonstop. Like, whenever he has free time, he used to play video games. Now he's playing guitar.
Okay. You got to give a request. Maybe you can learn something on your end.
He's playing like electric guitar. I'd rather like him play like acoustic guitar so I could sing some country music to it.
I think that's a YouTube show all in itself. You're a busy guy. You just said you got back from WB. What were you doing over WB today?
I got there this morning. I usually park there because we don't got free parking, so I got to pay for parking there.
I'm glad you slid that one in there.
Yeah, there's a little jab at someone out there. Went to class. 8:30 is ROTC class, so I got my uniform. And then I had another class at Jordan Hall, so I walked up there and came back. Met with the coaches for 10, 15 minutes, just joking around, and then did some Normatech, some recovery stuff, and then picked my girlfriend up. She's leaving to go swim at Arizona today.
Oh.
She flew out today, took her to get dropped off. And then I went back. We had a photo shoot for the RTC website at 2. And then I hit the sauna and cold tub, do some more recovery. Wednesday's recovery day, so really tried getting all the recovery in.
I was going to say that's a lot in a day, but every day I think you're packed. You're up at the crack of dawn. Everybody knows, you're in the Army, ROTC. Kind of tell people, what stage are you in right now? What are you doing with the ROTC in the Army?
So ROTC kind of goes by years. They start with MS1, so MS is military science. MS1 is your freshman, MS2, sophomore, 3, 4, senior. Most people go from MS1 all the way through to MS4 year. Then they commission. They graduate. As soon as they graduate college, they commission, which means they get their branch and they're into the Army, and then they're on their way. Well, right now I'm in my MS4 year, which in your MS4 year, it's a lot of like planning. You're in a planning phase because as an officer, you're going to be doing a lot of planning and stuff. So we're doing a lot of planning stuff. Last weekend, we just had an FTX, which is a field training exercise out in the woods. So we planned all that, and then, but since I got 2 more years, I'm going to be like an MS6, which is not – no one ever does that really, except Faison's, I think, the only guy in the program that's done that.
Yep.
So that's just like you're staying for an extra 2 years kind of, and then as soon as I graduate, then I'll commission.
I was going to say, you're not the only one on the team in the ROTC program. Who else is involved, and how much are you involved with them?
Faison, he was in it before I got here. And then Faison and I kind of convinced Owen Treffin to get into it because he wanted to get in. He didn't know what he wanted to do after college. And he was like, I'm just going to enlist as soon as I get out. And we were like, why not just do ROTC since you're going to be here for another 3 years? Why not do ROTC? And so that's what he chose. And he went to basic camp, which is at Fort Knox this summer. He was there at the same time I was there for advanced camp. So we saw each other a few times, but his was a lot more intense than mine was.
Okay. Is he liking the decision that you convinced him to do?
I think so. I think he's really starting to like it. Okay. I think he might have questioned it a little bit when he was at camp this summer because he was having drill sergeants yell at him.
Yeah.
And I was not. So he saw how much easier mine was than his. But next year, his is just going to be as easy as mine was.
I was going to say, Owen's kind of laid back. I don't see him yelling or doing any of that.
No, he wouldn't snap back at them.
Yep. Preseason conditioning is over. Preseason practice is going on. Pat said conditioning has been ramped up this year, cardio-wise. You have got to love more cardio.
Yeah. It's weird. I've been trying to put on a lot more muscle this year. So that means I quit doing as much cardio. Because when I'm running for miles and miles, that's just taken away from all the muscle I just put on.
Okay.
So it's been a little different this year. I've been doing a little less long cardio, not hours of it, but a lot more intense short burst stuff. So that way I'm keeping the muscle mass on, but still burning the lungs out.
Okay. Jacob's ladder with Coach Hall?
That is only if you're late to the lift, and I've not been late yet. There's only been one guy there's been 2 guys that's been late.
Okay. Name it now. Okay.
I'll put one. I'll throw Ed Scott under the bus.
Okay. Ed Scott.
He slept in one day, and this was during preseason. He slept in, and last year, the year prior, he slept in again and showed up, and Trent was like, "Leave! Like you don't even need to be get out." And Ed told us, he's like, "Yeah, I was gonna come late, but I just knew Trent was gonna yell at me again, so I didn't even show up."
The fear.
Yeah.
All right, we're obviously talking to you. You have a big week coming up. You're traveling to Albania.
Correct.
Now, we were talking before. You've never been outside the country.
No.
Are you excited? Now, taken away from the wrestling tournament, are you excited to travel or to experience something different like that?
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Someone was telling me they eat horse over there. Yeah, I'm not into that. I've always been around horses. I don't want to eat them, but yeah, I think it'll be cool. I just got my the new plug for the wall. They got a different type of plug.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
Had to get that, and then I got like the overseas cellular plan too. Got that.
Okay.
I got to figure out where to sign my passport. I know I got to sign it, but I don't know where.
Did you have a passport before?
No.
Okay.
So I got the passport. All the places in Raleigh were booked, so I couldn't get one. So I drove back to Kentucky, where my girlfriend's from.
Wow.
Got it there. I did the process at the airport and got it done there, and then just got it back like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Wow, just in the nick of time there.
I know. It was bad.
Pat told me also Tariq Wilson is going with you. Is that right?
Right.
All right. Now, for those that don't know, I think you guys are a little bit different. You are a morning person. I think you're up at 5. Tariq, at least when I knew him, he was never a morning person.
No.
So how are you two going to get on the same schedule and such the time difference too?
I don't know. That's going to be a hard thing. People told me different techniques on like the time difference. Like they're like, whatever time it is in Albania, when you get on the plane in Washington, they said, set your clocks to that time. They're like, and start living on that time, right? When you step on. But yeah, I don't know what Tariq's going to be doing because I bet you he'll want to sleep the entire flight. Yep. And yeah, him and I were talking today. We were thinking of like stuff we can do while we're there. And then I was like, I wonder what the money's like there. And it was like $1 American was worth a penny there.
Okay.
And Tariq was like, dang, that makes me a millionaire. And stuff like that. He's like, I should just stay there.
What have you looked at the travel? What's the travel like to get over to Albania?
I'll fly out of here Friday afternoon at 2 to Washington. And then from DC over, it's an 8-hour flight to Frankfurt.
Okay.
And then Frankfurt to Albania, I think it's 2 hours, something like that.
Okay. So as Pat say, you'll get off the plane, get the travel out of you, do some cardio right away.
Exactly. I'll probably be like Russell Wilson and do some high knees on the plane.
But obviously, we're talking about the U23 World Championships. You're going to be representing the U.S. at 97 kilos. I think you're in action on Tuesday and Wednesday. Still waiting for the brackets. Now we're going to talk about wrestling. How excited are you to represent the U.S., go to the World Championships, and vie for a world medal here?
I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it. Tariq and Tommy and Adam have all done a real good job putting together like a game plan for me this year, and we've stuck to it so far. And each week we have a different area of wrestling we want to work on. And Tommy, he's really quick, and so is Tariq, and they've really helped me with my like moving my feet and kind of building some attacks from that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I've evolved like on my feet a little bit, and I'm excited. I love freestyle. I think all wrestling should just be freestyle.
But everybody knows you're great at being on top for ride time. I'm surprised some people would like that or would want to know that you really like freestyle too.
Yeah, they do all these rule changes to make folk style more entertaining for the fans. Why not just make it all freestyle? That's entertaining to me. A lot more high scoring moves in freestyle than there are.
Hey, you get a takedown in 4 turns, it's over. So
I know
some matches go quick.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're up at 97. You were competing at 92. What was the decision to go up to 97? Is this something that you're thinking for the Olympic team trials next year, as it's an Olympic year?
Yeah, definitely. Well, the Olympic weights are either 86 kilos or 97. There's no way I'm making 86.
Well, you can go back to cardio days and get it down.
No.
Okay.
I have fun with that when I'm not doing it to cut weight. When I'm just running the run, I have fun. But I was sitting at the airport before the U.S. Open. That was Vegas in May. And Timmy McCall, and I was sitting next to Timmy, Pat, and a few other guys on the team. And we were just looking at the brackets. And Timmy was like, man, there's no one at 87 or 97 besides Jaden Cox. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, if you don't bump up to wrestle 97 kilos, I'm gonna. And I was like, I can't let Timmy go out and win that. So I was like, I got to bump up. And in my head, I was like, I really just have to get second place because that puts me on U23 team.
Yep.
And puts me on the senior national team. But went out there and wrestled Jaden Cox and kind of was a big confidence boost for me.
I was going to say, I mean, you're a college guy. Jaden Cox has been around a long time.
Yeah.
One of the best wrestlers the U.S. has, no matter what weight class he goes. What kind of competition was that? How exciting was it to face him?
Yeah, I did an interview the other day, and they asked something along these lines, and I was saying it was big for me when they gave me that first takedown. I was really excited about that. And it kind of was like a confidence boost saying, like, I'm actually in this match. I can compete. But after the match, I wasn't, like, beating myself up. I knew I'm a good competitor. And I just feel like there's a few things I could change and could make the match a lot closer.
U23 World Championships, I think a little bit different than ACCs. It seems like 97, you face the same guys all the time. You had Bonacorsi at Pitt, Aiello at Virginia, Shaw at UNC, but now you might not be familiar with some of the U23 competitors. Do you like going in knowing who you're wrestling with a specific game plan, or would you kind of rather this tournament where you're just going to try to wrestle a style? It doesn't matter the opponent.
That's a good question. I mean, a lot of times when I'm wrestling people I know, I feel like I change my style of wrestling so that way I can compete with their style. And wrestling someone I don't know much about. I feel like I can go out there kind of free and wrestle my style and just let it all out.
You do the gut wrench a lot. Are there any leg laces in the arsenal?
Yeah, I mean, had a coach come in and show me a few the other day. Thinking about throwing some legs in, maybe trying to get a leg in and then using that to arch people over. Maybe a power half or two.
Can you do those in freestyle?
Yeah.
Okay.
No full Nelsons though.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, called for that one time.
Coming back to NC State, obviously you're going to be over in Albania. Then you come back to the U.S., come back to NC State wrestling. Maybe a little bit of a different year this year. Looks like you're probably going to redshirt. Yep. What's your kind of mentality even going into a season, knowing that you haven't redshirted here before? So this is going to be a new experience for you.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob Camacho was talking about it the other day, and it's just a year to kind of help improve the people around you. But he was injured, and I'm not really injured right now. So I feel like right now I can help the people around me and then use this time to improve my wrestling and my mental strength. And yeah, I think it'll be good for me. That I'll have a lot of opportunities to go to competitions. I don't have to necessarily travel with the team, even though I can. There may be times where team's going one place, I'm going the other way to go wrestle an open tournament and try some things out.
As you said, red shirts kind of travel on their own. You love to drive, so there is no limits to how far that car is going to go to some tournaments upcoming season.
I may even be sleeping in my car.
It'll be an experience, but is there going to be more freestyle focus, you think, for yourself this year, just leading up? Because it is going to be a big spread. Is the U.S. Open I think it's in the fall this year, though. It's kind of a weird time.
In December.
Okay, in December.
It's like December 15th.
Okay. And then World Team Trials will be in the spring and then the Olympics. So it's quite a big year. And it's actually a really good year to redshirt. I don't know if you're calling this your Olympic redshirt year or is this your NC State redshirt year, but either way, I mean,
people, especially Pat, tried talking me into taking Olympic redshirt year.
Yep. Well, you can go back-to-back redshirt. You can redshirt next year too.
And then have 2 more years here.
Yeah. You can be in the Army, what is it, MS7 or something now.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I'd be on Hayden Hidley's plan, being 7 years. Yeah, I'd be way too old doing that. No, there's a lot of opportunity. There's opportunity for freestyle with the Bill Farrell, the U.S. Open. U.S. Open's in Texas this year.
Oh, okay.
I know a few guys might be going to that. Going to the national team camp, which is November 26th to December 2nd at the Olympic Training Center. That'll be a good experience to train with some high-level guys. And then, I can mix it up, throw some freestyle in there. Might take a trip overseas and wrestle another freestyle tournament, bring Tariq back with me.
There you go.
And then focus on freestyle or folk style, whatever one I want.
I think you have to
mainly focus on getting better at wrestling.
Yeah. You have to get through one trip with Tariq first before you come back for a second. Let's just you brought up a good point. I don't think a lot of people notice that since you are on the senior national team, you do get to travel out to Colorado and do a lot of training out there now.
Yeah.
So that's got to be a benefit to yourself and to NC State when you come back into the lineup.
For sure. Yeah. Craziest time was I got back from Army on August 3rd, and I flew back from Fort Knox, Kentucky to Raleigh. I got a wisdom tooth removed on the 24th, and then the 25th, I drove from here to Penn State for a national team camp that was the 26th or August 6th until August 14th, maybe. So that was a good time to experience a lot of high-level guys out there before senior worlds.
Just high-level guys in our room. I mean, we've had a bunch of upper weight guys, so good training still. Have you mixed Trent's going up to 97 this year. Yeah. Have you mixed up with him at all, or are you working with heavyweights? Who are you kind of working with in the room?
No, I'll go with Trent for matches. I'll go with Owen for matches. And then I went with Coleman from who's from Iowa State. He's now a coach at Davidson. Is that the one that's in
Charlotte?
Yeah, he's a coach there.
Yep.
And then I've been trying to go a lot with our 65-pounders and 74-pounders because they move a lot better than I do, and they're going to force me to move my feet rather than wrestling the heavyweight where I can just keep my feet planted and dig into them.
Yep.
Wrestling someone like Kovacs or Derek Fields, I got to move my feet because Derek's really good at double legs. I don't want to get doubled.
Yep, absolutely. What's the excitement level around the team? You guys wrestle-offs are about a week away, then the season starts. Has the excitement picked up in the room?
I feel like we're on the excitement's been going up. Now people are starting to cut weight, so it's going down a little bit. I feel like it's going to start going back up. But yeah, people are getting the weight down phase right now, so a few guys are moody.
Okay.
And I'm not really cutting weight, so I'm kind of poking some buttons and getting people off.
You're an instigator behind the scenes.
Yeah, people don't know that.
Now, I was going to say at 97, you're not cutting too much, are you right now?
I got up to 235. I was probably 235 about a month ago, and then slowly I've just been working my weight off, doing a little cardio and just mainly cleaning up my diet.
Okay.
Not that I had a bad diet, but I'm addicted to Chick-fil-A.
They make a good bird. How can you go
wrong?
Isaac, it was great catching up with you. Again, U23 World Championships in Albania. Good luck in the tournament. You're going to have a great time traveling. It's going to be a lot. Wolfpack Nation is going to be really excited to watch you out there competing for that world medal.
Thank you.
Wolfpack fans, thanks for joining us on the podcast once again. This covers all things NC State wrestling. Until next time, go Pack.